Hello and welcome back to another certified auto shaping video. My M3 G80 has been with me for quite some time now. It's pretty much been over 2 years since I first picked it up, and I've been on many adventures with it ever since. But in today's video, it's time to let go and it's time to pick up something new, replacing the G80 for something, in my mind, even better. Many of you are probably not gonna agree with me, but just sit down and watch the video and I think you guys are gonna understand. Enjoy. Hello and welcome back. Today is the day of many surprises because today I'm here at Peter Göndle, and as you can probably already read by the title of the video, this is on one side a very sad day, but on the other side it's gonna be a good day because, well, yeah, I'm not gonna talk too much around it. I am selling my G80 M3, but today we're also picking up the replacement for the G80 M3. I'm gonna explain to you everything in detail, and apart from that, I'm also getting a new daily car because, well, I just got called yesterday that we're getting a replacement for the X5 for the next couple of months. So that was pretty spontaneous. So 3 things that are happening. G80 goes away, we're picking up a new daily, and we're picking up my replacement for the day. So let's go inside. Servus, das ist der Chef, eh schon.
Servus, grüß dich.
Servus.
Servus.
So this is Lucas.
Hello.
And Lucas has Lucas has to deal with me. So Lucas is actually kind of a sad person. Und das ist der Ines übrigens, der macht immer die Fotos.
Hi.
Wir haben heute Shooting gehabt mit der neuen Kollektion. First things first, let's go take a look at my G80 for the last time and say bye to it. And then we're gonna walk inside and I'm gonna show you everything else. Werkstatt, da geht er hin. So, da ist er, ein Schmuckstück. Yeah, this car has been through a lot, but you heard it here, they're in good condition, oder?
Perfekt.
Du bist der Mechaniker, also gut Zustand.
Ja, sicher passt das.
The only thing that is kind of broken is the front lip from a Sweden trip.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. If you end up buying it, I might give you a new lip, maybe.
But that's your signature.
Yeah, it's Kelly.
Yeah.
I have to say, I'm a bit sad, but the thing that bothers me the most about this car is... wenn das so da steht, ist das schon schön.
Say bye-bye.
Yeah, the only thing you're not getting is the steering wheel, so we're gonna keep the steering wheel because this is just so stupid to drive. I don't want anybody else to experience this.
And that's also a birthday present, right? From Annie. Birthday
And it was a
present.
birthday present, so I can't give it away. But yeah, apart from that, the car is still exactly like we left it. So it still has the insanely loud exhaust and everything on it. We have the wheels, we have the suspension. So basically, you can get the full Sheepman package if you want. Service-History hat er auch. Service complete.
Ordentlich.
Service complete. No, honestly, the car, I know it's been through a lot, but it's honestly in a good condition. So in the end, every M3 is going to be used the same way as this one. So with me, you at least know what the car really has been through. And I think we can all agree that I at least somewhat know what I'm doing with the car. So, mehr oder weniger.
Magst du noch einmal sitzen?
Ja, sitzen wir. Auf Wiedersehen, schau, er verabschiedet sich schon.
Oh.
No, I'm a bit sad, I have to say. This was a good car and, you know,
Ist nur letztes Mal Ringel dran, oder?
Wenn du mich so fragst, das ist eigentlich schon sehr verloren. Aber das Auto wird halt Brettleben kalt sein, oder?
Da musst du mal ein bisschen warm rennen lassen draußen. Ne?
Ja, machen wir dann gleich. Das ist eine gute Idee. So versteht mir der Mensch.
Yeah.
So, the reason why I'm selling this car is actually pretty easy. The car was leased for 2 years. The leasing ran out a few months ago and the cost for the leasing just basically exploded. And now, to keep this car, I would have to pay 2,500 euros per month with insurance and everything. I think even more, honestly. Anyway, which I don't really think it's worth it. The car itself is cool, and my other option would to just be to buy the car. But for the price the car now is worth here in Austria, I think I have better options, and I'm gonna show you the better option in a few minutes in this video. The thing I don't really like about the car is the pure size of this car. For an M3, the car is so insanely big, and there's not really anything that you can change to make the car smaller, you know? So it always looks a bit weird and funky, I think, in the videos, especially from the rear. Yeah, the car itself was amazing. It's a really cool car.
Yeah, I love
But-
this car too.
Yeah, it's a cool car, but after 2 years, I have to say I am done with it. I know many of you guys might be sad, but be patient. The car that is going to replace this car is going to be even better, in my opinion, and it's probably going to be the craziest project we have done for this channel. And also, it's a huge dream of mine. So some of you guys can probably already guess what other car is going to be replacing my G80 M3. There's not really much to say. Like I said, the car still has not been sold, so I still am the owner of this car. You can still buy it from me if you want. I would like to have I think 95,000 euros in Austria. So for everybody else, you get like probably 20,000 euros in taxes back if you get this car to Germany or something. So if you want to buy the car, just click the link down in the description below. There's everything listed that you need to know, everything important. The car currently has 34,000 kilometers. Most of them, it's been driven normal, believe it or not. Some other kilometers, it's been driven sideways. But like I already said, most M3s have been through this. And with me, at least, you know that I know what I'm doing, and the car liked it, at least most of the times. We literally checked out the car here at Göndle, and the car really is in good condition. We did all the fluids change and everything, so you can assure that you're buying good car, even if somebody else might say something different. This car's been proven worthy. Let's do one last donut, and then we go and check out the replacement and the surprise, which is going to be the Alt Daily. Oh, and another thing which I don't really like about the car is the sound, to be honest.
What?
Yeah,
The sound is amazing.
I don't think it sounds that good. If you
Okay.
compare it to the E90, for example.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true.
Seats are very cool though. I'm gonna miss the
Also
seats.
the interior, I love it. Also the display.
Yes, it's very modern, but at the same time, it's gonna be old in a few years.
Yeah.
Mark my words, it's gonna look old in a few years, and I think it's a good time to get rid of the G80, honestly. The only like step up I could have done to make this car interesting again would have been to single turbo it. And the problem with single turboing this car is that it's just not gonna be driving or like drifting as good as it is with twin turbos, because we would just have a huge turbo lag and everything. But yeah, es wird zu sehen. Vermutlich werde ich das Auto nie verkaufen und ich werde in 3 Monaten sagen, das Auto wieder zurückkommt. Ich kenne mich.
Stell dir vor.
Das war nicht das erste Mal, dass ich sage, ich verkaufe ein Auto und es steht beim Händler. Because the TRX I also wanted to sell like 6 months ago and I never sold it.
Yeah, that's true.
So we will see how it goes. We will see. No, right now I'm actually pretty confident I want to sell it. I think it's generally the right thing to do. It's how I meant one on some.
Das wär's.
Ready?
Ready.
Hello ladies and gentlemen. As you can probably see by the title of this video, I got a new car. I never really thought I would get this car when it came out initially because I really didn't like the way how it looked. But then I drove it a few times this year and I'm actually really surprised because it drives amazing. I think there's gonna be many cool videos with it. I think you're gonna like it. Here it is. Which is a very cool spec, I think. I love it very much. It's a white on white combo. If you ever wonder what my M3 looks like next to a lavender field, I have to admit though, it's pretty beautiful. It's amazing. Also, there's something really important missing, which is now it's officially my car.
So, wie war das Gefühl?
Ich weiß, dass das andere Auto das auch kann, deswegen ist es jetzt für mich nicht so schlimm.
Okay.
The good thing, if I ever decide to get a G80 again, they're pretty easy to get. Easier to get in a good condition than the other car, which is gonna replace the G80. Ein bisschen traurig bin ich jetzt schon, muss ich sagen. Yeah, so the moment of truth. Before we go pick up the other car, or before I show you guys the other car, I want you guys to comment down below what you think the replacement for the G80 is gonna be. Like I said, I think you guys can probably already imagine what it is. I am a little bit sad right now after I did the donut. I think the donut was not really good for my soul. But at the same time, I'm really happy because I wanted to have this car for a very, very long time. And I can't wait to have it back in my garage and to start modifying it. Because like I said, this car is going to be absolutely insane. If everything works out, this is gonna be probably the best street drifting car that I have and can't wait to show you guys. So let's walk up there. They've already prepared everything for me. Good customer service. Also, by the way, quick shout out, no have sense, support me.
Ja, passt. To make this happen.
Also jetzt, spätestens
Mei, kitschig.
Spätestens jetzt soll eigentlich jeder wissen, was das für Auto ist, weil das siehst du eigentlich eh schon. Und das war eigentlich davor schon klar, dass ich mir den kaufe.
Wow, hey, wieder Hoodie.
Perfekt dazu. Unglaublich, als hätte ich es gewusst, dass da...
Wow, die Sticker. So cool.
Alter, der ist ja voll riced out mit dem grünen Licht drinnen. Was ist denn das für Ambiente-Beleuchtung?
Du hast eine Fernbedienung sogar dabei.
Wirklich?
Sind das die Matten?
Das sind die M-Performance Gummimatten. Ne?
Ui.
Na, super, die gingen uns aufs Haus. Ist das die
Oh,
Ambiente-Beleuchtung?
wie cool.
Yeah, so now you guys know it. I bought the Austria's most riced out M3 F80. It was actually not so easy to find a good example of the F80s anymore because many of them have been used, as you can imagine, quite hard. So I always wanted to have a Yas Marino Blue because a few years ago, like 8 years ago, I had a Yas Marino Blue M3 F80 and I sold it. And to this day, I regret selling this car. This was one of the best cars I've ever owned. So I hope that this car is going to be equally as good and do an equally good service as the last F80 because in my mind this is the best M3 that they've ever created and you guys are gonna see it in the videos. This car is literally a cheat code for drifting. Everybody can drift it and I think this gives me the opportunity to do crazy things with it. So if you look back here,
Das sieht so kitschig aus mit dem Polieren.
Sure.
Mit dem.
schaut süß aus.
Ja, man sieht die gar nicht mehr. Oha.
Yeah, the car has some very interesting aftermarket Alibaba lights, which is gonna be pretty much the first thing we rip out. If they don't fall out before, because Lucas already told me they are not really mounted that well, so we're gonna find out. This, I'm also not a huge fan. But it has the M Performance exhaust, which is, eigentlich das ist das Beste im ganzen Auto. Und sonst ist es eigentlich original, oder? Ja. Pickel hat's drauf, pickt. Oh, schön.
Ja, die Pickel sind aber super.
Ui. Wo hast du das noch auf Senspickel her?
So schon das letzte ein bisschen runter.
Gelicken,
Aber das ist cool.
das ist richtig cool.
Der vorne auch, aber wenn da der Pickel drüber gibt.
Ja, also das Auto ist...
Used.
It's, ja, used nicht, der hat einfach billige Carbon-Sachen nur draufgeflasht und billige Heckleuchten. So the car is a little bit riced out, but we're gonna take care of that. One thing that matters, the car is a solid base, so, oder? Ist er angeschaut?
Ja, technisch super. M3.
Wir haben es auf Video.
Das passt.
Yeah, no, I think it should be good. Yeah, we're gonna drive it back at home and take it for the first little test drive, so then we'll see how it goes. Oh, schauen wir uns innen noch ganz kurz an. Innen hat er nämlich die richtige Basic-Ausstattung.
Aber das Lenkrad ist richtig cool.
That's really cool, but
Yeah.
the car has the most basic interior trim that you can have on the M3 F80 and das gab es nur in Europa, dass das so mit dem Stoffwesen ist. So in America they didn't even get this because these are Stoffsitze. So that's one thing I can tell you already, these seats are not staying in the car. Nice. Boah, der Sonnenschutz so los sogar.
Wow.
Hat er Rückfahrkamera,
braucht
aber
man.
mein letzter keine Rückfahrkamera. Perfekt. Ja, also wer hätte es geglaubt? Schon wieder ein BMW gekauft. Unglaublich. Ja, schaut halt aus wie.
Wow.
Also, springen wir rein, fahren wir heim. Schauen wir, was der Mani dazu sagt und der Gäbsen. Yeah, by the way, in the meantime, for the next few weeks, this is going to be the new daily driver. So, bye bye X5 and hello new 5 Series. So, let's go back home. Yeah, here it is. The car made it safely back to the garage und Zucker.
Eigentlich, wir haben das passende Outfit durch, witzigerweise.
Besser geht's nicht.
Besser geht's nicht, ne?
I really have to say now under this light the car looks absolutely beautiful. It's not 100% perfect. For example, here we have a little bit of issues with the headlights. Mani just touched this and it immediately broke off.
It was broken before, so it was not my fault. So.
Yeah, but we're doing, yeah, as you probably can guess already, we're building this car completely new anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Actually, pretty nice of Göndle to put on stickers here as well, so shout out to them. This here is absolutely disgusting, but I'm gonna go for body matched mirror caps, I think. Also up here, I think the car was wrapped at one point, because this here is a little bit bent at some point, so I think they had a hard time like pulling it off. It's a bit weird, but it's not too bad. It was really, really hard to find Yas Marino Blue M3 F80 here in Europe, so I'm just lucky to have one. Technically and mechanically, the car is in a good condition. We had it checked with Göndle, obviously. One funny thing as well.
Ja, die sind auch schon uns Auto.
Bro, you have to remember this car is nearly 10 years old.
Yeah.
Also here the Alibaba rear lights. But the good thing, Gönle was kind enough to actually give me new rear lights. They're in this box here, and this one is also the rear lights. This one is a surprise. I don't really know what's inside here. And this one is also a surprise because I don't really know what's in here.
Alcantara.
I don't really know. Like these exhausts, the performance ones, they're like pretty expensive and very sought after. Yeah, should be better. But I don't really like how far they stick out. Kind of looks like a Sprungbrett. I don't really know. We're gonna build a new car. One thing I found actually pretty interesting. We took a close look at the car yesterday in the evening when I arrived here. And the car has such an interesting spec because I have the 360-degree camera, which very few F80s had. But then at the same time, the car has the most minimalistic interior, which is the cloth seats, which irgendwie is cool.
Yeah.
But irgendwie ist auch nicht so geil. Ich finde es irgendwie cool. Then at the same time, the car has sun visors and everything here in the back, as you can see, which is also pretty rare. Yeah. But then at the same time, the car doesn't have the Harman Kardon sound system, so it just has the bass sound system. So whoever spec'd this car, I don't know what the you were thinking, but I don't really care about that. We're gonna transform this car into an absolute. I think it's gonna be my favorite car after we get done with it. But first things first, before we modify it, I want to test drive it as it is, so that we can see what really needs improvement and what we can leave as it is.
I'm really excited about that.
Yeah,
F80 again.
I've been waiting for this day for a very long time. I've had the idea to test drive many F80s, and many people reach out to me. Hey, you can test my F80, you can do videos with it. But I wanted to keep this moment for my very personal F80. I wanted to keep this moment for me and Mani, so we can really go all in and test the F80 properly. I think today is going to be a good day. So we're going to jump in the car. Ich muss noch schauen, was in einer Box drin ist. Yeah, das macht Sinn. Beautiful. Yeah, the first parts of our modification process have already arrived. But like I said, first things first, let's test the car. And then sometime in the future, we're going to transform this car into what I always wanted to have, which is a drift car that you can daily drive.
You have 15 drift cars?
Yeah, but a drift car you can daily drive.
Okay.
By the way, really quick. This is so extra for nothing. Alright, let's turn on the car because you haven't heard it before. Oh, the lights. I have to turn the shit off, or at least make it like blue. The thing is, you always hate on stuff like this until you have it in your own car, and then it's like, I have to say, it's kind of cool. So in blau is so cool. Yeah, it's still stock, so it's not, too extreme. Alright, let's go out and have some fun. Yeah, so far so good. It feels like a major throwback for me. The only thing, mine was way louder back then, but apart from that, just look, I had the same steering wheel and I also had obviously the same wood and everything. Really feels like 8 years ago, honestly. Yeah. But I had white interior, that's the only thing. But I just talked to Mani. These seats actually, I actually kind of like them.
Yeah, it's cool.
I want bucket seats inside the car because I think it's going to be way cooler for the whole experience. But these seats themselves, I think it's cooler than like leather seats.
Yeah.
They have, I don't know, just kind of like it.
It matches a little bit with the carbon.
Yeah, a little bit. The Alibaba carbon.
Also das da mal aussehen.
Yeah, whoever had this
Nice
car
mods.
previously, he definitely had no taste.
Yeah.
One thing also very interesting, the rear thing here. Ich glaube nicht, dass das so können, weil ich glaube, wenn du über Boden drüber fährst, das wackelt da hinten so rum. Yeah, anyway. Steering wheel is pretty nice, I like that. Obviously, it's just a stock F80 at this point, but still, I can't wait to drive this car properly. I'm actually so happy. Only thing inside here, obviously, inside here it's a bit smaller than the G80.
Yeah.
Mani already said that, but that's the reason why I bought the F80. I just didn't really like that the G80 is such a huge car. And every time I did a video or something with somebody else and they had like an F80 or something, you would really see how big and fat the G80 actually is. I don't have a problem with like fat cars. I just don't really want my M3 to be fat. Like I don't want a fat girlfriend, I don't want a fat sports car. Yeah, so this is gonna be the maiden voyage, so to say, and today we're gonna find out exactly what we all need. It's been quite some time that I drove an F80 for the last time, so it's gonna be really interesting to see how well this thing actually works. So let's go to our little playground, and then we're gonna see. Yeah, we're getting closer and closer to the road, and I have to say I'm a bit nervous now because I've been waiting for this moment for a very long time. It's gonna be a bit different than sliding the G80. The G80, you have to force it more to go sideways, it's a bit harder. But on the other side, my G80 obviously had software and everything, so it had around 700 horsepower, which made it pretty easy to drift. This car is completely stock, so it's gonna be a bit of a learning curve again, but I think I should get it pretty easy because these cars, they were absolute cheat codes for drifting. There's no car that is easier to drift than the F80. It's also the car that I learned to drift on. You don't need much experience because the car helps you so much when drifting. This is why I love these cars so much. And this is also why every time you see somebody drifting an F80 doesn't always mean that they are good drivers, it just means that they're driving an F80. So we're gonna see how well this actually works. The car is completely stock, you saw it, no software, nothing. I'm gonna show you what this thing can do straight from the factory, which is mind-blowing, I hope. At least in my head it's always been like it. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've driven one, but this is what I can remember from the good old times. I definitely get a little bit of a flashback feeling right now.
So, giftig. Jetzt geht's schon los.
Ja, ist einfach
Schon Unterschied, oder?
alles Auto mag es aber einfach.
Nicht nur das Auto. Wahnsinn. Oh, auch fast.
It's a bit different than the G80. Bisschen so fit hat man aber nicht schon. Trinkengang mag ich noch nicht so viel, wenn ich kein Software hat. Das fühlt sich so geil an. Auspuff brauchen wir auch.
Ja.
Unbedingt. Aber das Auto mag's. It's a bit different, like I already said. It feels a bit weird right now compared to the G80. Because with the G80 you're driving it a bit different than this. Because with the G80 you're relying much on shifting and getting the car sideways by shifting, like I already explained to you. With this it's a bit different because it doesn't have the 8 HP, it doesn't have the dual clutch transmission.
Oh, ja, genau. Oh ja, Baby. Jetzt kommt er. Jetzt!
Cheat code. So
Ja, das war's geil.
Cheat code.
Oh.
Ich bin so happy, dass das so gut geht mit
Ja,
dem Auto.
das ist so geil. Perfekt. Alter, das ist so geil. Du bist am Tag.
Some outside shots. Just works. So easy. It's just a bit different. I really like it. I like this more. It's more fun and more drivers orientated, more fun orientated than the G80. The G80 is more focused on being fast and being good on a racetrack, whereas this is just built with one goal in mind, and this goal is to have as much fun as possible, which is exactly what I need. I need a software for the gearbox and engine software, because the gearbox, it doesn't shift so fast, so you sometimes it will cut the power when you're mid-slide and you're shifting. But apart from that, yeah, sometimes the gearbox is just shifting a bit too slow, so it doesn't really transfer the power as I want it to have. It's nothing too major. Just put the M3 GTS software on it and it's perfect. And there's also a nice module that you can buy for the differential, so that the differential locks 100%, if I remember correctly. I'm not really sure who produces it. Gottes Willen.
Was?
Lass mich raten, ich brauche eine neue Lippe.
Ja.
Aber ich wollte ja eine neue Lippe, von dem her passt sie.
Ah, perfekt.
I don't know what the f I was thinking there. That was probably my most stupid f up I've heard in a very long time. I'm a bit nervous. I think that was the issue. Well, a bit too motivated to say it like this. I wanted to show off for Mani, and you always know how showing off works. One thing we need to invest in is some proper coolers, because the car seems to get hot quite a lot. So if you're a company that produces something like this, please let me know. We would love to work together with you. And if you have any other parts for the F80, let me know as well, because I think we're gonna do a pretty cool project. And if you want to be part of it, let me know. Send me an email, send me a DM, whatever works for you. Den auch so lange, bis die Lippe unten ist.
Ja. Lady. Alles geil. I really have to say I get used to it.
Ja, mir ist eigentlich auch ganz gut.
First I thought I had a bumpy ride, but no.
Das Fahrwerk auch in Komfort. Vielleicht ist
Das Fahrwerk?
Ja.
Ah, perfekt. Oh, boah.
Hügelig. Wahrscheinlich ist der Schnee hier hoch.
Ja.
My lifelong dream car, and look at this beautiful view. Einfach nur atemberaubend. Now I'm happy. First ride with the F80, a very successful ride. And it feels just good to be back.
Yeah.
I don't know, it feels like, obviously we still need to do a few modifications to make it properly fun. But the fact that this is like from factory like this, and the car works so well and does exactly what you want to do in every situation is just amazing. This is, in my opinion, the best M3 ever created. I know some people don't like the sound, but we will fix that.
Yeah.
This car will sound really, really good, and you're gonna be surprised how good it sounds with the stock engine and everything. Don't worry, you got it.
I'm really surprised about your driving skills improvement over the years, because I know your old F80 that we drifted.
Schau, wer da unten ist. Kann ich spielen?
Na.
Der Chaos-Bandit.
So, da ist auch noch einer.
Das ist Danilo, by the way. Ich sehe in some videos.
Ja. Hey, grüß dich.
Grüß dich, Gabriele.
Ja, hol her.
Das ist der Champagner.
So trifft man sich am Berg oben.
Was sagst du am F80?
Super.
Du musst ihn nochmal anschauen. Super.
Das ist anders, gell?
Der ist neu.
So. Ich hab doch keine Ahnung, was der kostet.
Weiter geht's. Wir haben zwei neue Darsteller im Video. Schauen wir mal. One thing I can already tell you is that I'm probably gonna have more fun in the F80 than they have in the GT3S, at least for my taste. And another thing, the steering on the F80 actually feels way nicer than on the G80, which is, it's more direct.
Really?
Yeah. Hey.
Alter, mega. Oh, ist das geil!
Alles gut.
Alter, das war so knapp. Das weißt du jetzt gar nicht, wie knapp das gewesen ist.
Zum rechts zum Stempel
Ja,
oder was?
oh, voll, da hat's 15 gefallen.
Ich wollte die Spiegelkappen und der gleich abfahren. Was geht's jetzt da? Fragt, dass der F80 eigentlich so gut am GT3S hinterherkommt.
Ich würde in der Millisekunde genau das gleiche sagen, dass du so schnell bist mit dem Auto wie sie mit einem GT3S.
Ist hier eigentlich Sommer- oder Winterreifen drauf?
Ich glaube Sommer.
Der Fuzzi ruft dich an. Hey, was?
Was? Ich habe jetzt gerade Zeit. Ja, Fuzzi. Ja, was hat er denn? Das kann ich gleich sagen, ich bin nicht beim Arbeiten. Warte, ich bin in einer Stunde. Ich bin gerade mittig im Film und wir fahren gerade hinter 2 mit den 3S noch. Ich muss jetzt auflegen. Ja, was habe ich?
Gut gefahren, Lumpi. Das passt. Also, die Auspuffräder, die stehen ausziehen. Oh, such a nice day today. Es ist so chic. Okay, passt. Können wir da stehen. For you guys to enjoy the beautiful view too. I don't know if I've said it already, but by the time this video is out, my new merch has dropped, which means you can buy this hoodie and the grey hoodie, which is also pretty nice, and 2 new shirts, and finally the Hurricane jacket is back. You guys wanted it back, now it's back in different colors. Perfect for spring. I have to say, I have to admit, yes, I was a bit sad at first selling the G80 when I saw it back at the dealership, but I think it's the right decision to do. I've had this car for quite some time now, and I just feel more connected to the F80. I think the car just suits me better. It's more fun to drive. I think it looks better. It's just overall for me, I can do more with it than with the G80. And I have so many cars already. I don't have space for any of them. And like I said, I just didn't really want to pay $2,500 or euros a month for the G80. In my mind, not really worth keeping the car. It's a cool car, don't get me wrong, but the F80 is just better. And both cars are very similar to each other, so keeping them both just also doesn't make any sense. But yeah, right now I still have the car. You can still buy it if this is in the video. Link is in the description to the ad. So yeah, just let me know